Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We just exited Revache and Co.'s offices, and the next part in our story is to go to the Grimwood Law Office to discuss what we know with Mr. Grimwood. But it seems dialogue's changed, so we go around listening to all kinds of people. The police just came by to gather some information. I'm guessing it has to do with a recent disturbance by in one of the nearby shops. It's okay with them asking me questions, but don't get in the way of my business. Business always gets driven away when the police start hanging out around here. Sheesh, I wish we'd hurry up and go somewhere else. Those bad dudes have been making a racket lately. Man, I'm in a pickle here. Our store's right next to that building. How the hell am I supposed to attract customers like this? What's going on when the city mutts won't stop barking? It would help my sanity if those bad dudes kept down the noise a bit. Been hearing some awful rumors float around these parts lately. Apparently Heyo's been blockading Revache smuggling routes. Seriously? Are you absolutely sure? Remember, just a rumor. But it sounds like we've been strategically breaking down the opponent outside of the public eye. Thanks to that, not even the bracers can intervene in the matter. Heyo's definitely crafty, considering how they managed to outmaneuver everyone. I don't know the details, but apparently Revache lost several of their smuggling routes. I've already told you everything I know. Oh, just leave me alone. Let me sleep. Ah, well, I suppose I can make an extra stop to take care of that on my way to the IBC. You see, kids, I own a great deal of real estate here in Crossbell City, so much, in fact, that it's become quite the hassle. I still need to look into who retains the rights to that particular plot today. Boy, real estate can be as tricky to manage as the shop. Talk of the town says that Recounted recruited a new girl for the show they're putting together. She's to be the co-star, no less. If the rumors that Ilya scouted out herself are true, she must be some kind of prodigy. On another investigation, everyone. Yeah, you could say that. Oh wait, Kate, you mainly patrol around the city, don't you? Does the word Yin ring any bells? Yin? Sorry, can't say it does, unless, isn't Yin the word people in the East use for silver? If so, it might refer to Archon's new show, Golden Sun, Silver Moon. This was so. We'll keep that in mind. Sorry, that's the only thing that came to mind. I wish I could be of more help. Dad says he wasn't able to get any tickets for the Archon's show. Getting tickets was probably really hard though, so it's okay. I'm sure we'll be able to go some other time. The Archon's show is called Golden Sun, Silver Moon, right? Oh, I can't wait until I can get another glimpse of a radiant Ilya Plateri. I couldn't get my hands on any tickets though. I guess I have to get a souvenir program and settle for the pictures of that. Our second floor is popular among our patrons looking to make reservations. We have the pleasure of serving a number of important public figures here, like Arius McLean. He visits us once a month to enjoy a meal with his daughter, actually. Suppose the Archons casts a complete rookie to play the part of a new show's co-star. What was her name again? I swear that I saw it in a magazine in bold print. I heard that this particular rookie hasn't performed in a single stage play before now. How someone like that necked the role of co-star, I have no idea. It's just me or today's guest super unbelievably nice for some reason? Now, I want to make sure the meal is just as nice as they are. Now then, why don't you two tell me about how you first met each other? Yeah, definitely. You said it. I Are you even listening, ideas? You're both as stiff as a board. You know how the saying goes? If you don't work, you don't eat. I wish Salteo would stop goofing around while working. One plate of spaghetti coming right up. The dishes for that gorgeous girl sitting at the middle table. If I take it to her, I'm sure we could strike up a nice conversation. Get to know each other a bit. Once in a blue moon, I'm more than eager to pour all my energy into orders. If it's for the right girl. I think I saw the IBC CEO's limousine cruising around the city the other day. Oh my gosh, what a man! No lie, he was just straight up the total package. It's always Arius this and Dieter that with you. Now that I think about it, you've totally got a thing for cool older guys, don't you? You're at an age where there's a lot on your mind, isn't there, Pearl? Despite what you say, you must be feeling pretty lonely, eh? Yeah, we've been engaged for a whole year now, but... Oh my dear, my apologies, we shouldn't be discussing personal matters in front of customers. Do you need help with anything? I would be more than happy to assist you. You know, my fiance is actually a bracer. Only problem is he can't see me often, but he loves me and I love him. He treats me like an angel. My sister Saron is a nurse at St. Ursula Medical College. I don't know how a klutz like her managed to pull off working at a prestigious hospital like that. Well, Saron has always had incredible luck for some reason. Whoops, I'd better get back to shopping. Looks like we need about 30 bottles of our finest Calvadian wine this week. The anniversary festival means more parties, so the demand for fancy food increases. It would be smart of me to start ordering sooner rather than later. All the shops here in Times are outstanding. I personally scouted each one of them from Crossbell and neighboring countries. I can rest easy knowing I've employed the best of the best when I see all of our customers' smiling faces. Janetta is a bit of a scatterbrained. Her forgetfulness is basically a talent at this point. Sorry, can't talk, too busy babysitting my mom. Oh my, sorry about that. I'm a bit busy shopping at the moment. Oh, these clothes are nice. I want some for myself like this. It's the newest model, I kind of want to buy it for myself. Hansen and I had a fierce rivalry back when he owned our own businesses. We hadn't had much reason to compete though, since he switched over to working at a shoe store. Whoops, pardon me, I was busy reading the Crossbell News Service's business magazine. They publish with daily exchange rates for Septium, so I can't help but want to stay up to date on it. Anything new in your shop? Not really. What an elegant hat, I love it. Have you heard about the sneakers that emulate the appearance of leather shoes? They're all the rage these days. They're convincing enough to be worn in a professional setting, so businessmen have been buying them like hotcakes. I hadn't thought about that. What's going on today? Thought we walked by 5 or 6 officers just this morning. As far as I can tell, nothing major has happened in the city lately. Just what were they up to? Now that augments are everywhere, gas-powered machinery and tools are few and far between. Orbital energy is great, don't get me wrong. I think blowing up balloons is one of the only things left that's gas-powered, though. I mean, you don't want to fill augments with energy? You don't want to fill balloons with energy, I think. That sounds explosive. I'm planning to have a big orbital camera sale during the anniversary festival. After all, orbital cameras have become all the rage recently, thanks to more affordable models being released. Not stupid. An orbital camera. Maybe it's about time I finally get one. The way they've been able to shrink recent models blows my mind. Oh my, is this new? It's so fancy. I do love looking at the newest gadgets. The making of complex stuff like this flies right over my head, but I can't get enough of these new designs. How exactly did they get the orbital vehicle on display into the shop, you ask? Well, the correct answer is they built the shop around it. Seriously? Well, that's definitely thinking outside the box, I guess. Can't you tell I'm joking? Oh Lord, that serious demeanor of yours makes teasing you just irresistible. Though all augments use the same base tech, manufacturers keep coming out with new models. Every customer has their own preferred brand. It's fun to see these differences in action. I mean, is it so unlikely to think they brought it in parts? And literally screwed it together in here? Oh! Detectives Donovan and Raymond. There's too many customers, so they can't even read my magazines in peace. Come on, wrap it up and go home already. Inspector Donovan and Detective Raymond? Are you in the middle of an investigation? We are indeed. I happen to be collecting evidence for that warehouse district shooting. I'd bet anything that the culprit is related to Revache somehow. Those guys have been causing nothing but trouble recently, like that thing with a truck. Truck? Mind filling us in? I'm pretty curious myself, no? Raymond, whatever I said about reining in that loose tongue of yours? Ah crap, I did it again, didn't I? Well, I suppose we have no choice but to tell them now. It all started with a rumor that was sent to the 2nd Division. Last weekend there was an incident that happened in Calvert involving a truck. One of Revache's trucks. Supposedly it was attacked by an unknown party and went up in flames. Someone blew it up? It seems so, and while those on top may try to cover it up, stories like this are becoming more and more common. Fortunately, citizens have yet to be involved, but word is that the Bracer Guild has been investigating this incident as well. That certainly sounds suspicious. Do you think the attacker might have been here? I bet it was. Who else would have the balls to do something like that to Revache? This case isn't really ours to handle, but it's certainly something to keep in the back of our minds. It looks like the 1st Division in charge of investigating that series of truck accidents. We don't know the details ourselves. Well, there have been a lot of incidents like that cropping up lately, and our plate's too full to deal with them all right now. Listen, you four, make sure you keep your eyes peeled if you're patrolling the city, you got me? Donovan, let's go home already. I'm not sure I can handle another all-nighter. Not after last night. Enough griping, Raymond. We still have to check out that other lead. Let's move out. Seriously? You're a fiend, Donovan. A cruel, unrelenting fiend. I think it would be best if we leave into the business. And I doubt it, but quickly checking if there's any new quests. No. And I think I still have that car model. This looks good, right? A new decoration was added to LoH's room. Slightly hit. When we're here right now. Boss not here. Hey, Zyd, you like to patrol around this area a lot, right? Let me take along with you today. Come on, it will be fun. He says, maybe later if I feel like it. Man, it's like the roles are reversed. Zyd likes to patrol this area pretty often, right? Police dogs are so cool. I know you badmouth the police all the time, but the truth is he actually really looks up to them. And I can see why. The CPD has cool people like you working for them after all. By the way, I haven't seen the Crossbell Times reporter lady around here lately. I'd be surprised how many times she'd come through here sniffing for interviews. From what I'm aware, she's always tailing the police on the hunt for material that'll land her the next big scoop. You know how the street outside our shop merges into the highway? It's been a real pain dealing with the traffic from all those orbital cars. Now that you mention it, it sounds like a lot of shipping companies are starting to use orbital trucks to make the deliveries. I know, I noticed something kinda weird too. There's this black truck I see sometimes when I come into prep at around 3 in the morning. Word on the street is that it belongs to Revache. Any truth to that claim? I wonder if I could be using the West Crossbell Highway as a smuggling route between here and the Empire. No way to say for sure, but it sounds shady as hell. Can't forget they're corrupt up in mines too, so they've clearly got something brewing behind the scenes. It looks like Tilulu took off to travel around Zemuria again. Where did she disappear to this time? And here I was hoping we could try the newest bread together. Tilulu is an eccentric, so I wonder where her crazy personality has led her this time. Now I should start brainstorming my next signature creation too. It's not right of me to keep leaving it up to Oscar. Where'd the high quality floor I secured go? That crummy dad of mine, stop snatching up other people's stuff like you own the place or something. How I'm supposed to bake my bread now? This is why I hate my dad. Why does he have to be such a numbskull? Most shops hold large sales during the anniversary festival. I've gotten my work cut out for me as a wholesaler. An extra 84 tubes of toothpaste and 250 more copies of a standard magazines. I think I'll be able to make it. Curious about this little gadget, are we? It's called an abacus. It's an analog calculator from the East. Just about any trader from the East will have one of these bad boys. Okay. Things are about to get a lot more lively with the anniversary festival next month. I hope Cecile can take some time off to come visit. I need to make sure I confirm her plans with her early this year. Mr. Grimwood seems busier than ever these days. From what he told me, he's been having to put out one fire after another. Poor guy can't catch a break. That husband of mine, I wish he'd stop doing such unnecessary things. It's Sammy's job to clean the place up, so you'd think you'd be able to leave it to her. He should know better than to try doing things he knows absolutely nothing about. I'm absolutely floored by his inability to sit still and not do anything unnecessary. I tried to clean the closet up a bit, but a bunch of stuff ended up falling out of it. I got a long road ahead of me. I heard that Revache engages in land sharking. They forcibly evict the residents and illegally seize the building. They're a bunch of heinous savages. Can we get some police intervention? How can we let this go on? I'm planning on cooking my husband's favorite dish today. Delicious beef stew. I've got to start preparing the ingredients. No recipe for me? Shame. That third floor resident isn't home yet again. Not much I can do about it. I have to wait until tomorrow to enter the room and clean. I've been assigned to clean their room once a month. It's a service provided by this fancy apartment. I hardly know anything about whoever's living up there. The only thing I can tell is that she's a young lady. A bit of a slob at that. She always leaves her underwear lying all over the place. Elsa has been constantly chattering on about Arc-en-Ciel. Call it a hunch, but I'm thinking that she just might want to see them. She's barely ever spoke of it, but I think she's dreamed of joining the troop when she was but a little girl. Alright. Arc-en-Ciel's new performance will feature a rookie in one of her lead roles. Supposedly, she's co-starring with Ilya for her debut act. I can't imagine what kind of person you'd have to be to pull off an incredible feat like that. I'm sure every girl in Crossbell has dreamed of performing with Arc-en-Ciel at least once. Co-starring with Ilya for your debuting act is unbelievable. It sounds like something straight out of a fairy tale. Okay, I want to take a quick look around the West Crossbell Highway because we heard of a potential smuggling operation here. And I don't expect to find anything worthwhile, but you never know. No, nothing. Not even new dialogues at Belgard Gate. Come on, Cindy, be my dance partner for a bit. Ew, what? Why did I want to do that? Go and practice on your own. I can't do that by myself. That's why I'm asking you, you airhead. Airhead? Oh, what does that make you? You'd be lucky to have anything between your ears. Stop being so nutty about high society, Felix. I'm pretty busy, so deal with it on your own. Grandma not around today? Alright. My husband's been offering the people of Mainz a 10% discount ever since last month's incident. Unfortunately, that means we're barely breaking even on our sales there. What will I ever do with him? Though I do find that aspect of him charming, to be honest. My husband's gone to St. Ursula Medical College for the day. I can only assume he's doing them another favor. For free. That's very much in character for him. Papa has work today. Do you think he'll play with me at the festival next month? maybe if I'm a good boy, Papa will come play with me during the festival. I'm going to be the best boy ever, and then Mama and Papa will have to play with me. I met a mysterious little girl yesterday. She wore a frilly and elegant dress, and she had beautiful purple hair. I didn't notice her until she was standing right in front of me. Then the little lass seemed to disappear right after she gave me a short greeting. Doesn't that sound like the little girl we saw at Rosenheim Studio? I believe her name was Wen. She must visit the city on occasion. Oh really? So you all know that girl then? I was dozing off, so I thought it was a dream. I suppose this old man was wrong though. Where in the world did that mysterious little lass come from, I wonder? Let me in! My husband said his job was giving the choice to transfer to the Empire and leave us behind. Naturally, I told him it was ultimately his decision to make. It's his career after all. I think everything will be okay as long as he follows his heart. I admit I don't exactly understand what Bond does for work, but as long as he follows his heart, I think everything will turn out alright. My wife comes from a well-off family, you see. I guess also like she's a little oblivious when it comes to these kinds of things. That being said, I was hoping to get at least a yes or no from her. I'm not sure my wife and I are on the same page when she gives as indifferent of an answer as that. Doesn't she have some kind of opinion on what she wants me to do? I wonder what Mother and Father were talking about. I feel like something I wasn't supposed to hear. Mau. That is all old dialogue, I think. Yeah. So only the city changed, probably. Mayor McDowell has been trying to reach across both sides of the aisle lately. He's getting old, but he continues to chug along. You can't help but respect a man like that. Hey there, wanna play? We're offering nice discounts today. That chick at the card table is pretty skilled. Well, I'm not going to show her mercy just because she's a lady. I'm a gambler above all else. I'll come at her with all I got next time. Do you need something from the owner? He's up on the second floor manning the counter. Our VIP room is reserved. I would assume it's because the diet meeting is drawing near. All kinds of politicians and business executives have been coming here to get their kicks lately. The CGF is an elite corps, is it not? What I've heard, their commander is quite the party here. You have to pity the poor subordinates that are forced to keep up with such a lifestyle. Akonstein's new place coming out next month. I bet we're going to get all kinds of patrons pouring in, seeing as we're right next door. Can't wait. Regardless of how much Crossbell changes, the entertainment district never will. Bars, casinos, floods of tourists, and cute girls. Its appearance may change slightly, but it'll always be the same old entertainment district. Even the parts of it that are seedy and dangerous. Strangers to this district ought to be careful. I heard you went and stuck your nose into Revache's business, Wendy. How the hell did you find that out? That's not important, just cut it out, okay? They're too powerful for rookie officers like ourselves to take down. Everybody in Crossbell, especially business owners of this district, know it all too well. Even I pay them a fee so they don't cause trouble with my stuff. Revache is the king of Crossbell's underworld. I urge you all not to do anything reckless. You guys all fans of Arc-en-Ciel? You are? Well then, what are you waiting for? Buy some ice cream. Don't be shy, you know you want it. No fan of Arc-en-Ciel can resist buying our ice cream. Come on, you don't want to be the only one missing out, do you? Get it, get it! Excuse me, what were you doing at Arc-en-Ciel? I smell something fishy. You don't work for the troop, do you? Oh please, don't mind us. We are acquainted with a few of your employees. Hey, we're technically not lying, right? I keep my eye on you. I'm going to flip out if I catch you trying to sneak in. That new girl, Wishia, keeps leaving and coming back for some reason. You think she keeps forgetting things at home? Arc-en-Ciel rolls out a new production once a year on average, but that isn't always the case. Some of the productions have taken a year and a half to perfect. That's why there's always so much excitement around the announcement of a new show. This marks the 5th production that the fervent dancer Ilya Plateri will have starred in. It's no wonder people can hardly wait. Quite frankly, I'm a huge fan of hers. She's the reason I'm working here in the first place. Actually, the same could be said about a lot of our staff members. The entire reason I auditioned for this troop was because I admire Ilya. Wish I may have gotten a leg up on me, but I'm not about to take it lying down. I'm going to train even harder and surpass her one day. I dream of a day that Ilya recognizes my talent. Wish I may have surpassed me for now, but I'm not about to take it lying down. Our troop leader doesn't particularly stand out as an extravagant theater type, does he? You'll be surprised though, he's actually well versed in the fine arts. He's our scenario and stage director. To be quite honest, I don't think Arc-en-Ciel would have ever reached this level of popularity without his efforts. He may not seem to fit the part, but our troop leader is a truly capable man. Poor guy though, he's been having to keep up with Ilya's demanding pace lately. She's really putting him through the ringer this time. Theodore is styling Eugene's hair. Hey Theodore. What do you say to us striking up a little bet? With the biggest heartthrob to all the fine ladies in the audience, you or me? As for the deciding factor, oh I know, why not count the number of love letters we receive the following week? Ouch! Stop! That hurts! Man! What the hell kind of hairstylist are you? Do we need something from Rishia? Trudging out the dressing room. I think she's in there. I see, so Nikolai is lacking in the self-confidence department, is he? Well, I can't blame him. He must be haunted by the fact that he can't hold a candle to me, the best male artist here. Poor guy. Has anybody ever told you that you sound like a pompous ass, Eugene? Please hurry up and get changed, Rishia. I fixed those frayed threads on your dress. Oh, right. That looks so much better now. Thank you, Kareli. It's time for a man in this room to make themselves scarce. Wish is about to start changing. Oh, hi everyone. Sorry for the ruckus. I'm getting ready to practice. You're looking as busy as ever. What do you expect, man? She's a rising star. I actually had no intention of joining the troupe originally. Oh, really? Well, a change of heart? Well, I've always wanted to watch one of Arc-en-Ciel's famous performances. I came to watch one of her public practice sessions when I was spotted by Ilya. She came up to me and exclaimed, I can feel the talent eating out of you. One thing led to another and here we are. I can clearly visualize the event in my mind. That definitely sounds like Ilya. Once she has a vision, there's nothing that can stop her. To be honest, I don't have any confidence that I perform well. But Ilya's been reassuring me of my talent. I think I believe in her faith in me. I still have plenty more practice to do though, so I don't drag the others down. Okay, so this part goes into a spin like this. Huh? Something feels off. Like I thought, nothing's going right at all. Why doesn't anything ever go well for me? I'm sure one of my solo performances could easily leave the entire audience stunned, but seriously, Revache is acting as its own qualities that deserves to be seen. She pushed me to raise the bar for myself. Whoa, she's seriously that good? Now that you mention it, she doesn't really have the same sort of swagger you usually see from a talented up-and-comer. Instead of being someone who's eyeing the spotlight like a hungry wolf, she reminds me of a cute little bunny rabbit. You got that right. And it's that part of her personality that makes her such a breath of fresh air. I don't think she's realized it, but she's got as much potential as me. Who knows, maybe she'll even end up dethroning me one day. She's that talented? Revache has piqued my interest. I would like to see her perform once. I see a lot of potential in Revache. She's going to grow more and more as an artist, and I'm expecting nothing short of greatness from her. I have to up my efforts and reach new heights too. Oh boy, yet another ridiculous request from our queen. I don't think I'll be able to modify the stage for what she has in mind. I'll try my damnedest though. The Orbital network currently runs between Crossbell City, Michelin and St. Ursula Medical College. Access to the Orbital network would help us with our business capabilities. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow to check on the settings again. Alright, please don't activate the terminal yet. I need to initialize it still. He behaves like a normal human being when he works, yet... That was a chief. That should do it for the cleaning. I have to be diligent with my cleaning so I don't get scolded by Aaron later. Aaron's tone of voice is the same as ever when he's angry, which actually makes him even more frightening. Our hotel owns 3 orbital cars. We use them to transport people to the train station and airport. Please let us know if you'd like to use one. Some group called Heyo been trying to widen their reach lately. Revache by and large still leads Crossbell's underworld. Anybody who's ever tried to go against them has had a less than pleasant time. Revache and Co ain't the kind of folk you should get involved in. Pretty sure every hotel around here is already fully booked. Damn, no wonder. The anniversary festival is just around the corner. If you want to get a hotel around here, you've got to pounce on it as quickly as you can. Though I think you're probably too late to squeeze in this year. I had some police officers stop me to ask a few questions. Goodness. Does that mean we have yet another incident to worry about? Dealing with a citizen's complaints is probably the most painful thing about being an officer. It's not like we can prevent every single crime from happening, you know? We're not being lazy. It's my sworn duty to protect the citizens. But some things are just out of my control. That's the part that stings. Even as a member of the CPD, there are a lot of restrictions placed on us. Having a sense of justice and knowing there's so much you can't accomplish, it hurts, you know? Rebecca and I have been getting a lot more requests over the Orbital network. The anniversary festival is starting soon, so I gotta keep plugging away as best as I can. Oh hey everyone! How's the client request coming along? It went well, we decided to lend them a hand. It seems that it's going to be hard work, but I can't let it slide. Well, I'm glad you guys are up for it. Anyway, keep up the good work, my favorite detectives. Friend, I've had a lot of extra work to deal with due to the approaching anniversary festival. There's all sorts of permits for food stalls, applications for decorations, and events in each district that needs to be processed. Looks like this year is as busy as ever. Combat notebook. Thank you very much. Here's your notebook back. And please accept this as compensation for your hard work. Don't forget to stop by once you've collected more monster data. Sorry? Oh, I'm surprised to see you here, Chief. No kidding, did Vice Commissioner Jackass drag you in for a chat or something? Don't jinx it, kid. I'm just here for a meeting, that's all. My bad, Chief. I've actually got a bunch of meetings to go to because of the anniversary festival. Don't bother worrying about me though, just focus on your own tasks, and if you have any reports, I'll hear them later. I have to deal with giving out all the assignments every year, but it never gets any easier. What a pain. Here, or maybe here. Oh, I'd love for someone else to decide these in my stead. Maybe I should just go with my original plan? VIPs from every nation on the continent will be visiting during the anniversary festival. The first and second investigative divisions are handling the security detail on the opening ceremony, so we've got to strengthen our patrols around the city as much as we can. This year's festival is gonna be a huge job. Covering the opening ceremony will be especially tough. VIPs from all over the continent will be in attendance. We've got to decide on the patrol routes pretty soon. Yeah, of course, these two are in the weapon shop. The Imperial faction currently holds the majority in the Diet. However, we're not quite at the 2/3 majority needed to steamroll the minority opposition. That's why things are starting to heat up. Discussions regarding the budget always get sidetracked by arguing between the two factions, making it impossible to progress. Take the construction of a new city hall, for example. We've already managed to allocate the funds accordingly to the new plan, yet they've not decided on who will lead the project. Construction was in progress but has since been put on ice. Who knows when it will resume? It's almost time to discuss the budget at City Hall. I imagine the Diet members will constantly interrupt proceedings, as per usual. Well, no matter, we have to keep trying our hardest for the good of Crossbell. As citizens of Crossbell, it's our duty. We must make the lives of the mayor and government workers easier. My mom actually runs the grocery store inside of Time's department store. She's been in the food import industry for a long time, and she's even used to run a decently sized shop of her own. It might even be due to her influence that I decided to start my own business. She managed to build a good reputation with how long she's been in the food industry. These Crossbell Times reporters are so persistent sometimes, it's almost scary. I wish they'd leave us alone to do our work sometimes. Come on, can you give me a teensy bit more info? I'm sure you have all the Diet members' emergency contacts written down, right? I'm prohibited from disclosing any contact information with the exception of a direct line to their offices. I'll have to ask you to leave. Immediately. Ah, come on, don't be like that. Can't you at least hook me up with the secretary's contact info? I'm sure someone like you has the info handy, right? I'm right, aren't I? Sorry, I really can't do that. I feel bad for her. Grace can be pretty aggressive when she wants to be something. Yeah, let's leave before she redirects her attention toward us. What's the big deal? I'm Crossbell and I pay my taxes. Come on, nothing wrong with getting the contact info of the politicians I help finance, right? I don't think that works that way. Oh yeah, isn't a public hearing supposed to be tomorrow? Let's see, we have to prepare the reception hall, sort through all the citizens' appeals, and the mayor plans to attend, so we need to hold a meeting for the meeting. I'm putting together a list of new books to purchase. This author is exceedingly popular at the moment, so I plan to snag several volumes of his most recent book. Makes sense, Crossbell City's population is pretty high. I'm glad people are borrowing our books, their patronage certainly does us a huge favor. The library is funded by taxpayers, so I'd be elated if they came and put their mirror to good use. Women Who Changed the World. Lips Mecca Quarterly. Desert Special Edition. Typically we put our publication in limited print runs quarterly. However, thanks to all our subscribers over the years, we have reached our 10th anniversary. As such, this celebratory special edition you hold in your hands covers a simple yet special dessert. We present to you this homemade egg pudding recipe, a dish people of all ages can enjoy. Please enjoy making it with your family. The recipe follows on the next page. Yeah, read it for yourself. The deadline for my thesis is right around the corner. If I don't pick up the pace, I'm going to have to repeat the whole year. Alright, first things first. I gotta ask the director to let me search for something in the archive room downstairs. There's a whole slew of information that I don't understand with the material I've got on me. Tickets for the new Arc-en-Ciel show have sold out already, haven't they? Maybe I really should have waited in line. I have a bad habit of giving up too easily. Speaking of Arc-en-Ciel, we have a catalogue of their past performances, as well as a photo album. They tend to all be checked out though. My son always asks me to read him his favorite book over and over again. I'm glad he enjoys it so much, but I've read it for the 5th time today. Oh no, not that one. You gotta read this one. The goddess is in it, and I really like her. Some mobsters from Revache and Co. come by every once in a while to speak with the editor-in-chief. They haven't committed any acts of violence, but they definitely aren't shy when it comes to threatening and intimidating him in any way they can. Yep, definitely not a fan of scary guys like them. I can't comprehend how the editor-in-chief can remain composed when he deals with them. You need a cameraman. Yeah, I heard you're a real pro at taking photos. We don't have a cameraman to help cover Arc-en-Ciel yet. You mind doing me a favor? I still have a bunch of work I need to do for my cooking column. We'll go ahead and postpone that for a while. What? No way! Can you please reconsider? That was my only column. I guess I can think of it as a new employee training for him. Gotta show him some upfront action to give him a good idea of what's expected of a reporter. Two of the lead actors in Arc-en-Ciel are pretty handsome, if I do say so myself. Eugene the Flaxen Prince and Theodore the Silent Scion. Now, if I had to pick between the two of them, I would have to go with Eugene. It's hard to resist the princely charm of his, you know? I wish my company buy me an orbital car too. As a transport guy? Probably, yeah. I'm honored that my noodles have earned me quite a number of regular customers. There used to be a duo of bright young police officers among them. One of them was tall and composed, and the other was a brown-haired lad filled with passion. You know, you remind me of a brown-haired one an awful lot. What, are you talking about me? Yeah, you've got the exact same spark in your eyes as he did. I used to prattle on about the future of a CBD while slurping down my noodles. Is he talking about your brother? Probably. You should have seen how dejected those businessmen that came by today looked. I'm guessing they struck out hard on some deals. Well, I'm just a simple guard, you know. It's not my job to give them a pep talk. As guards, our job to keep the peace and not poke our noses in customers' business. Well, we also have to deal with the occasional security threat too. I'm the owner of a trading company that deals in goods rather than stocks. Investigating is just something I do in my spare time. It definitely helps bring in some extra mirror. I raked in a cool $1 million last month alone. Not that surprising, is it? I've always been a pro at managing assets. Crossbell's public order continues to deteriorate as of late. It doesn't seem to be connected to any huge incidents in particular, but you never know what could happen here. The state doesn't have any laws to crack down on mercenaries, so there's always that looming threat of danger. Crossbell is in a complex situation. It isn't accurate to call it safe, so we need to keep our wits about us. The IBC's board of directors are meeting today. That means we need to be extra vigilant to ensure this building stays secure. Corinne has been a fantastic worker ever since she joined us last year. However, she vanishes into thin air the moment her break starts, and it's a bit of a problem. I can't discredit her stellar performance, but she can be a little overbearing at times. I used to work with a smaller company, but it was so boring. I found that I can handle the heck out of a terminal, which helped land me a job here. The hours may be strict, but the work is fulfilling. I feel fortunate enough to have a job that's fun. I mean, she's not in the business for overtime apparently, so... Fishing is the only thing I look forward to. So today is just between me and the fish. You whippersnappers better stay out of my way, or you get the hook. Fishing is the only thing I look forward to. I think I should teach Mailing some manners. Mom and I have been coddling her, so she's become real spoiled. She starts Sunday school next year, so I need to straighten her out by then. Well, not like I'm one to talk. I'm just a jobless bum. Still, if things continue this way, she's gonna struggle in the future. It's my job as her older brother to give her the proper discipline she needs. I remember there being a few shootouts between mafia members around 7 or 8 years ago? I think there was some rumor about an internal conflict in Revache at the time too. Of course, the police idly sat by and left us scared and helpless. La 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 la, I'm going to play with my brother again today. My brother is the bestest, he plays with me all the time. I believe today's the day I look after little Hugo, isn't it? It's a rare opportunity, so I think I'll whip up a special feast. I'll be sure to let Fran have the leftovers for dinner, if there are any. Anyway, Hugo, I'm off to work. I took some time off, so I have to return to work with a bang. I wait for you over at Miss Clarice's place. Stock prices have been mediocre at best thanks to this recent string of incidents. The warehouse company at the center of all this commotion has taken a huge price hit. But it's not the only one. All the companies caught up in this mess are rather worse for wear. Welcome all. I had a bit of an oopsie when I was using my tools and cut my hand pretty bad. I should probably pay a little more attention. I feel like a bumbling oaf from all these injuries. Here's hoping for a speedy recovery, huh? Is it just me or are Kronk's hands always covered in bandages? It's a little worrying, isn't it? Is he going to be alright? Didn't Archon still recruit a new member recently? I think her name was Revache, wasn't it? Speaking of which, I feel like I've seen her around here a few times before. I wouldn't be surprised if he lives in the area. I've seen that Revache girl shopping at the marketplace a few times before. Yeah. You know, I've been hearing about more and more cases of assault these days. Yet some of the police can't seem to make any headway at all. But what else is new? As usual, our only hope is to turn to the brace again when something goes wrong. Ouch! Definitely stinks to hear someone say it straight to my face. The police always conduct shoddy investigations. Our only hope is the brace again whenever something goes wrong. Welcome friends, we've got a special little something to give out to our valued regulars. Wanna take a quick peek at our wares? It's just me, or has the selection of fish been pretty lacking recently? I wonder why that is. Sorry guys, running a bit low on fish right now. The highway into Calvert's been blocked because of a truck incident. Any deliveries from Calvert are being put on hold for now. Cat food. Okay. Endurance pudding. Crossbell's new spracer duo is always running around taking care of requests. If I recall correctly, their names were Estelle and Joshua. They're basically celebrities here on East Street. It's so delightful watching young people work so hard at what they love. Those new bracers seem to be trying really hard to help out the locals. I think I've even seen them in magazines. Are you all excited for next month's anniversary festival? I have to focus on the fact that the Crossbell Diet meets 1 week after it ends. It's a crucial meeting for deciding the city's yearly budget. We need to make sure the politicians don't use it to further their own self-interest. The Diet's budget meeting is coming up right after the festival. The mayor is new to it, so this will be a do-or-die moment for him. We merchants need to keep a watchful eye on things as well. I'm planning to go out and practice casting my line for a few hours today. Looks like Estelle improving her worth around Crossbell's regular fishing spot. I can't let her show me up like that. If you aren't reeling in what you want, try changing your rod and bait. That'll drastically change what fish you catch. It does require some trial and error, mind. Revache is a criminal organization entrenched deep within the foundation of Crossbell. For them, breaking laws is as much of an everyday occurrence as tying their shoes. We can't so much as lay a hand on them, though. They've got all the corrupt men who run the state deep in their pocket. The best we can do is give them a good pounding, and even then only if they lay a hand on the citizens. I gotta admit that Guild definitely has the CPD beat when it comes to proactively responding to threats against the people. Yeah, by the time any of us cops get to the scheme, your braces are already there cleaning shop. You can say that again, honey. Honestly, if your co-workers were just a little quicker on their toes, they'd take some of the work off our plate. We're bound by certain rules that won't allow us to intervene when the government's involved. So the most we can do about Revache is protect any citizens they try to lay their hands on. Ari is on the phone. Ari is talking through a last-gen international communication device. Ah, Grand Prince, it's been some time, your lordship. Yes, right. I understand, that does seem like it poses a problem. Understood, I will head there immediately after I finish taking care of some urgent matters. Is he speaking with royalty right now? I thought I heard him say Grand Prince. Do you think he's speaking to a Prince of Revache? Not at all, your lordship. The fact that you've come to me for advice is an honor in itself. I haven't seen Estelle and Joshua at Backalley. Ah, here they are. Wow, talk about a view. So this is where Crossbell and Erebonia border each other, right? It's my first time seeing it this close. Yes, right on the other side of the border should be Backalley Fortress. Supposedly it's one of Erebonia's most important military bases. Taking everything into account is likely because it's the closest base to Calvert. Oh, right, Erebonia and Calvert have always hated each other, haven't they? Crossbell really has a fair share of burdens, huh, Joshua? Oh, hey everyone! You know, seeing a view like this helps remind me of how powerful the Erebonian Empire really is. Still, the Erebonians I've met aren't bad people. Well, one of them is a little strange. Olivier? Estelle and I came here to meet with a client, so we took the opportunity to see this with our own eyes. If we're to understand Crossbell, we have to observe its circumstances for ourselves. Alright. The most important ingredient in any business is trust. So one of us is going to have to decide what our company is going to deal in. Probably best leave that to me. No, shouldn't it be me? Your face is just going to scare people away. That has nothing to do with our looks. In fact, I think I'm ready to take on a CEO position right here and now. You guys think so too, right? No. Shanshan's been getting all friendly with some girl named Revache. She was actually here this morning too. Man, what a cutie. She's totally my type, plus she gets extra points for being Cavadian. Turns out Revache is Cavadian, so we have plenty to talk about. I think I'll go on the offensive next time. The company I work for told me that deliveries to Calvert are suspended until the accident's been cleaned up. Based on what I thought, that sounds like a pretty terrible accident. Don't know the details myself though. Yeah, we already heard that it was a Revache smuggling truck attacked by Heye. Shanshan was still a little girl when we first moved here. She never had any girls around her age to be friends with, But finally, after all this time, she's found herself a good friend. I'm happy for her. However, if that friend of hers is a man, then he'll have me to answer to. Wish it looked like she had a lot to worry about lately. I wish there was something I could do to help her out. You have a threat letter. The anniversary festival? Hey Roos, you got anybody that can take you there? No, not really. You have all I got, man. Dang, that sucks. Maybe I'll force my dad to man up and take us. And again, my old man can't seem to do anything but drink. Maybe I'd wake him up if we make too much noise. Hey, what are you guys doing during the anniversary festival? I wonder what I should cook for dinner tonight. Sometimes you have to indulge yourself in a particularly delicious meal. Sweet. All is cool in the plaza. There's more than enough Slash. Let's hurry up and report back to Walt. Hey, come to think of it, I haven't seen that chick around here lately. I think I remember her saying practice was pretty tough. Maybe that's why? Who are they even talking about? Yeah, Risha. Those diet members went to Corona apartment, didn't they? We are used to their incessant behavior by now, so we get by. I do hope that Corona is alright though. There have been plans to redevelop downtown for who knows how long now. Diet members tend to show up and harass us about it on occasion. I can only hope that Corona is able to weather the storm of their threats. Our politicians talk a big game about how much they care, but their actions never follow suit. They're too scared to approach a dump like this. Living downtown has truly opened my eyes to just how corrupt and uncaring our government is. They should just lock themselves up in their mansions and let the rest of us live our lives already. One of the government officials came by to check up on my residency registration. The heck? Isn't it obvious that I have a registration? I'm not criminal. I wonder what prompted him to come and check up on me. Please don't distract me from my studies. Residency permit? Residency registration? Excuse me, but I've been living in Crossbell for 5 years already. I'm not sure why you're asking for them now. Oh, is that so? You know, not being able to produce the proper documentation will spell trouble for you. In accordance with state law, we will have to issue an order to evict you unless you plan to leave of your own volition. Oh no, what am I supposed to do? Doesn't look good. We might be evicted for illegal residency if we don't have those documents. The people living as a partner are far more resilient than I anticipated. No matter, I drive these cretins out though, eventually. Once the redevelopment plans have been finalized, there will be a nice bidding war. Massive amounts of me will move yet again. We must strike a deal before the Republic and faction can make their move. Mommy told me I have to stay inside. Did something bad happen outside? Run. Run, where'd you go, buddy? You got a drink for me yet? Huh? You need something from Mama? Better hurry up if you want to talk to her. Mama told me she was going to go drinking after she was done taking inventory. Chao's advance has just begun. Should be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm impressed at the marvelous job he's doing of destroying Revache. Chow? That name sounds... Is that the name of Heiyu's boss? Yeah, it is. But I can't say I've ever met him myself. He's a branch manager of Heiyu's Crossbell outfit. She's supposedly cunning enough to resolve any kind of issue, be it internally or externally. I imagine they're planning their attack, and now that they've gained a foothold in Crossbell, pretty solid mood for mafia, I'd say. Is that related to the uptick in crimes being reported around the city? Now that you mention it, this month in particular has been chock full of incidents. Guess they've been doing all that dirty work just under our noses. Heiyu's Chow is one smooth operator. It's almost creepy just how shrewd he is, but I can't argue with the results. In fact, I'm a bit interested to see what he might get up to. Excuse me, could we humbly request you to stop arming both parties involved? Now I definitely can't promise you that, but I don't think they'll be needing my services. Let's face it, both groups are already armed to the teeth. There has been a number of disputes in the Backalley entertainment district lately. Isn't it all thanks to your negligence, you pigs? There's been a warehouse district filled with abandoned buildings near downtown. But mobsters have been getting into skirmishes around there lately. So what you're saying is, you're feeling the effects of Revache and Heiyu's conflict down there. And it's getting in the way of your own fight with Vipers. Their conflict is different from ours. Ours is a fight that is necessary. I'm not sure I can agree with you. Their pain. Heiyu's been clawing their way into Crossbell's underworld. There's supposedly a large group that operates in the east. Yeah, I've heard they're a crime syndicate with a strong foothold in Calvert. Do you know anything about them, Muzzy? Huh? No, can't say I do. I thought they've been engaging in skirmishes over smuggling routes as of late. They've also been strengthening their forces, even though they're already keeping Revache at bay. If sources are to be believed, at least. We're remaining cautious for now. Their actions could affect us too. Really? Hey, how did someone like yourself manage to find that juicy piece of info? Well, I suppose it's a bit out of my area of expertise. I may not look the part, but I actually have connections everywhere. If a mafia dispute rages on, then we may feel some of the effects. It would be wise for us to plan accordingly. Our first course of action is to begin patrolling the downtown district. We plan to regularly patrol the downtown district to prevent the mafia from worming their way in again, ensuring that history does not repeat itself is a must. I spotted the mafia hanging out in the back alley lately. I never forget how they ambushed Azel. Just looking at them makes me sick to the stomach. Let's see, I have to wipe the glasses and then check the stock. Abbas is a strict guy, he dishes out a harsh scolding whenever I mess up. I never really noticed before, but isn't he kind of totally ripped? Man, ain't part-time job way harder than they seem to be? I'm just about finished experimenting with some new ways to upgrade your weapons. Ain't this a beauty? Believe it or not, I made these blueprints from scratch. Well, actually, I kinda came up with it while I was working on a bunch of other modifications. It's still a prototype, but I'm excited to see the final result. I'll definitely show you once it's ready, so don't worry. This old crew can't wait to apply the finishing touches. It'll definitely be worth a wait, don't you worry. Good morning, are you guys with the government? I clean this place every day, so you won't find as much of a speck. Everything is squeaky clean today. I bet you could even lay on the ground and roll around without getting dirty. Huh? You guys don't work for the government? I've been seeing more politicians in the area lately, so I mistook you for one. Sorry about that. More and more people are getting into the festive mood, now that the festival is near. What a bunch of losers. Us saber vipers go hard. We're not gonna prance around some festival like a bunch of sissies. Now that I'm a member of the Vipers, I'm not gonna go to some lame festival. And for the record, I'm not sad about it, alright? We all started taking turns patrolling in groups of 2 or 3 as of late. These legs are hard, no sculptured from being an errand boy. Patrolling? That's not even close to a challenge. Woohoo! Yeah, yeah! Oh my guys, beat them down, beat them down! Leave them to me, guys, they're just clowns! Been seeing that black van coming to the area these days. Damn bastards. Don't think they're trying to claim the downtown for themselves, but I still don't like them. Coming close to our turf like that, never liked them anyway. Those black suits have been creeping me the hell out lately. They're the reason I've been sending my boys on regular patrols on our turf. Black suits? You talking about Revache? Yeah, I guess they have been making moves these days. Screw them, most cowards love sneaking around behind our backs, instead of facing us like real men. As soon as we catch one of them snakes, we're freeing dead meat. Oh, I can't wait. Come on, World, please don't escalate this into something bigger than it needs to be, okay? But Lloyd, we can't turn a blind eye to all of the large crimes they've been committing. I'm sure the fight between the mafias will only continue to escalate if it's already become this fierce. The best part of the anniversary festival is the search of trains. Like a bunch of busy ants marching out from their nest, the sight of people getting off trains never fails to amaze me. Oh honey, you always get motion sickness at the drop of a hat. You won't be able to go anywhere if you keep getting sick like this. The swaying of a train has made me a tad bit nauseous. This is horrid. I finally finished loading the packages onto our truck. Oh, I'm beat. I need to deliver some packages to Belgard Gate tomorrow too. There's too much to deal with. A freight train runs by there, so it sure would be nice if they drop them off for me. Members of Guardian Force live at their post, so a few of their families will send over meals and the like. The freight train runs by there, so yeah. But they don't. Alright, but that's it for the exploration right now. I think I caught everything.